I get this question almost every day. Hey Saheli, how do I avoid frauds online if I'm looking for work? Now in today's video, I'm going to tell you what type of clients you should totally avoid if you are afraid of getting frauded. Now, there are many people who report that they have been frauded at least once in their career of being a freelancer, be it a small or a big fraud. And I am aware how big this can get. However, I'm someone who has never gotten frauded because I have had a little bit of guidance, I would say, which I'm going to transfer to you in today's video. And also I have been very cautious with what kind of person I am working with. Now, the first thing that I'll say is that a lot of times you'll get job opportunities where the client would be like, hey, you're gonna get this job, you're gonna get 20,000 from doing this job. However, I'm gonna need a security fee of 10%, let's say 2,000 rupees from you to make sure that you do the work properly. They'll say something like this, and the essence of it is gonna be that you have to pay them money to work for them, and they'll be paying you probably at the end of the month with a much larger sum than that. However, like just logically, okay, why would someone take money from you to give you a job, right? So most of the times these people are fraud. I can't assure like this happens every time, but I have never met a single person who has said that they did get work after that and they got paid. Most of them report that they got frauded of that money, and usually it's sometimes even a very small fee, like even 500 rupees maybe, which seems very convincing. Like what would someone get by frauding you of 500 rupees? But it really happens. So if someone asks for money to give you a job, maybe you don't really need that job. The next kind of person you should totally avoid is if someone offers you a job and you go to their profile, there's not a single picture of them on the profile. There's no websites attached. There's no social links attached. There's no posts attached in that profile. It is probably a fraud account. Now, again, I can't be 100% sure that this is a fraud account, but it should look a little bit legit, okay? When a profile has a couple of different links to other websites, the official websites, when it has a couple of links to the other socials, if you can see the face of that person and maybe several posts about the industry that they are in. Most people, let's say they are a content writer, let's say they are working in marketing, they will be posting things related to their niche in their Facebook feed. So if it's not there, likely that this is a fraud. What frauds mostly do is that they go and hire people, and what happens is that in freelancing you can charge for daily payments, you can take at least weekly payments for sure. In freelancing you can also take a little bit upfront sometimes if you have a little bit of experience. However, most people who go into freelancing, especially as freshers, they don't have much idea about this. So they think that when a fraud is saying, like, they don't know it's a fraud. If someone says that I'll be paying you at the end of the month, I don't think you should agree on that. If you just met this person, agree on something like daily payments, weekly payments, or at least 10% upfront, okay? At least a little bit of the money should come to you within a week, okay? Because anything more than that is a huge risk. But not a lot of people know this. So when someone says that I'll pay you monthly, they agree on that. However, you should never agree to monthly payments unless like you are in a pretty dire situation, or if the company or the person looks really legit, they have a history of working with other people, and you know people who they have worked with in the past, and you know that they have paid them in the past. So otherwise, don't work for someone on the monthly payment basis. Now, most people don't know that in freelancing you can agree on any other model apart from monthly payments as well. They think like it's just a job, it's like another job. So since in jobs you get paid monthly, people agree. However, what happens is that after a month, usually the frauds disappear, or they stop responding to your texts, or they just close the account and make a new account and start frauding someone else all over again. Mostly you can't do anything after this person disappears because you will probably not even have a contact number, a legit contact number of this person. And even if you do, sometimes legalities are so hard that you'll probably end up losing a lot of your mind in the process of gaining back a few thousand rupees. So you'll also probably end up giving up your pursuit of that money. So the first thing that I'll advise is don't even go for someone who is insisting on monthly payments a lot, because I would say that at best they'll be a bad client, if not fraud. The next kind of work that is usually fraud is that when someone tells you that you are going to be working for free for them for a certain while, and once they start making money, they will pay you. Again, this doesn't make any sense. Necessarily, this is not a fraud, but I'll say it's a very shady way to get someone to work for you for free. What if they don't end up making money? Often people will propose you to become business partners. However, you've never met this person before and they have never even had a proper conversation with you before. Becoming a business partner with a person who you hardly know doesn't sound like a good idea, does it? But there are many people who get convinced that, okay, we'll work together for free for about, let's say, 3-4 months, and once we start making, oops. There are a lot of people who agree to this. They think that, okay, let's work for free for some time and probably we'll start making money soon. However, there's no guarantee that you'll start making money, and also no guarantee that even if you do, this person is actually going to pay you. So why take the risk? It's not even worth taking it. When you are making someone a business partner, make sure that you know them personally and you know what they do, and also make sure that your goals and your vision and the thing, your mission aligns actually. If that doesn't happen, don't make a business partner. You don't really need a business partner necessarily to get started in something like freelancing or working online. The next thing that is usually a kind of fraud is when people ask you for your personal details, saying that they will need it to give you access to their accounts. And I have no idea why so many people fall for it today, but there are many people who do. They will say something like, I need you access to your Gmail account or some other account to make you a part of my website or something. And the moment you are going to give them access, they will have access to a lot of your personal data. And sometimes people end up even getting frauded of money in this case. So be very wary of what someone is talking about, what they are asking for, and I don't really recommend giving any sort of personal data to anyone. The next kind of thing that happens isn't necessarily a fraud once again. However, it's again very shady. So it's called MLM, multi-level marketing. This is basically where someone will hire you to sell something and you will have to hire other people to sell that same thing, and there's a lot of commission that goes inside, but usually around 99% of people in MLMs don't even end up making money, and they actually end up losing money. So it's not recommended. It sounds very amazing that you will hire 3 people and the 3 people will hire 3 people and they'll sell something to 3 more people and the money just keeps increasing. But it sounds too good to be true that the money will keep rolling in like that. Something else that I want you guys to remember is that in your journey of working online or even offline, if there's a scheme that sounds too good to be true, it probably isn't true. It is false. So don't go for them. Go to legit ways. Now, some legit ways to get jobs is that apply to job postings that are available on company websites and reputed companies. I mean, LinkedIn is a very reputed source to get good quality jobs. Naukri.com, Internshala are also good, but there are some bad experiences that I've heard about both of them. So I won't really be 100% sure about either of these, but LinkedIn is a very good source of getting jobs. Same for Facebook groups. Only make sure that if you're using Facebook groups to get jobs, make sure you check the profile of the person, check their website, check their history on LinkedIn too, because this will give you a lot of idea about who the person exactly is, who you're working with. Don't work with anyone who seems fishy to you, and always believe in your gut feeling, okay? I am such an advocate for the gut feeling. Gut feeling is basically when there's a client coming to you and you keep feeling like, this doesn't seem like a good deal. This doesn't seem like it's gonna be good for me. But sometimes we end up taking the deal anyway because we want money or we just want to get started. And in the end, we end up realizing that, okay, all the while, it was right. This person is not a good client to work with. This happened with me. Now, this wasn't a fraud, but it was a terrible client who made me work much more than I deserved to work for the amount of money I was getting paid in the name of edits and reviews and re-edits, and that he was not happy with my work. I reviewed the same piece of content at least 10 times in 2 days. I had no peace of mind, and he really spoke to me in a very bad manner as well every time we were having a conversation. So it was literally a client from hell. So don't work with these kind of clients. And even before I started working with a client, over emails only, I got a feeling like this is not going to be a right fit for me. But back then I was just getting started in marketing and I really wanted to gain experience. So I had taken it up anyway. I regretted it so badly and I ended up getting kind of fired from the position, and I was so happy. So my camera died while I was shooting the last segment, so this is a different clip. So yeah, I was talking about the terrible experience that I had with that client. And honestly, when you start working online, you will also have some bad experiences. However, that doesn't mean that you have to stop working online or online work is a total scam. Nothing like that. Just like in offline world, you will have bad experiences. So do you, even when you're working online. So I guess that is a thing that is very important to keep in mind. And yeah, I hope that this video helps you. If you had any queries about how to avoid scammers online, how to not get frauded online, etc., etc. Don't let myths about online working hinder you from progress, because I don't think that if I hadn't started working online, I would have been able to make what I do right now, because I'm just 21 years old. I'm not that qualified like in the academic aspect, I would say. But I've still been able to do things that I have always wanted to do before I think the age I had expected it will come to me. So I highly recommend you guys to try the online working world, but beware of this kind of people, beware of bad clients, and yeah, overall, let me know of your experience about working online too. If you're someone who's already experienced, who has already spent some significant time working online, let me know in the comment section below what other questions you might have about freelancing, what other questions you might have about working online, and I'll try to make a new video on the same very soon. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure that you give this video a big fat thumbs up. I'll be back with another video next week. Till then, bye bye.